Okay then, back to the lemon drizzle cake. In here I have all the ingredients to make a lemon drizzle cake. I have 200 grams of self-raising flour, half a teaspoon of baking powder. Now, I don't know what I was doing yesterday, but I put in a teaspoon of baking powder so the cake started to rise, and once it was cooked it just went whoa in the middle, so half a teaspoon, no more. 175 grams of sugar, 3 eggs, the zest of 2 oranges. When you're zesting your oranges, be careful, be careful not to go and put the white in. You don't want the white because that will make it bitter. So as you can see, I haven't gone through the white. Okay, there is also a teaspoon of vanilla bean paste. You can of course use vanilla extract. So what else is in there? I've put a little drop of Sicilian lemon extract in there just to really oomph up that lemon flavour. I did also squeeze just a touch of lemon juice into it. So we're now going to mix this. We mix it until it's just mixed, no more. I'm going to be cooking the cake in the silvercrest fan oven on the bake function, but because it's a fan oven, instead of having the heat to 180, which I normally would, I have got it at 160 and I'm preheating it. The cake should take around 35 minutes, but as you know, they can sometimes take longer. What I'm also doing, from my experience of making the barra brick in here, I know that it does brown quite quickly, so I will be covering the top with baking paper. So let's get this bowl on and get mixed. Start it quite slowly. That's what I like about this mix, it's all in one. You don't have to cream the butter and sugar first, so all in one definitely works for me. Okay, now it's mixing quite well. I'm going to up the speed. And that is literally it. I've got a loaf tin that I've lined with a cake liner. I get mine from B&M. You can get them in various places, but I think they're about 20 and they're 99p, so they're definitely worth it. So next step is to put the cake into the baking tray. Right then, that's the cake mix all in the pan, and I've levelled it out and it's ready to go. As you can see, I've scraped the bowl really well, and the reason for that is I can't afford to be wasting ingredients, is one, and two, I have these wonderful scrapers that I picked up from Amazon. I got 6 of them and they were dirt cheap, so they're really good. They're very flexible, so they're good. And anything that's left on that scraper now, well, you know what that is, don't you? It's Cook's Perks. So my oven has preheated, so what I'm going to do is just wrap the baking parchment around this cake tin. Now I want the cake to rise, so I haven't packed it tightly. So let's just shut the door and check 35 minutes and we are able to start cooking. I'll come back to you maybe part way through cooking, but probably more likely when it's cooked. Just quickly, I wanted to come on and show you the syrup that we're going to be pouring over our cake. This is about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice and the remaining 100 grams of sugar. I like to use proper granulated sugar because you really do get a great crunch when you use that, so that's why I do that. So that's made, that's ready for when our cake is cooked. So bye bye for now. Right then, we're coming up to the last few minutes of cooking. I've removed the baking powder paper, and let's just see what this looks like. It doesn't look like it's risen too well, but I'm really having problems with my lemon drizzles at the moment. So let's just see, shall we? Come on. I know there's say a watched pot never boils, but I'm beginning to believe a watched cake never cooks. Whilst this has been cooking, I've prepared everything except the meat for the Sunday roast, so my time hasn't been spent doing nothing. Okay, we are finished. So let's open the door and check. Okay, wish me luck. Oh dear, it looks like it's sinking. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, it's definitely more done than I'd normally like, but that actually isn't the end of the world. Let's just see if it is cooked. Well, it feels it. And yeah, it looks it. There's nothing. No, that's definitely cooked. So shut the oven up. And what I need to do now is to just poke holes all over it. You can go right to the bottom if you want. Go as deep as you like. The deeper you go, the deeper your syrup will go. So that's something to remember. Oh, are we sinking in the middle there? Oh, I think we are. Oh well, we'll see. Right, now I need to leave it to cool in the tin for a few minutes and then I'll pour over the drizzle. Okay then, our first 5 minutes is up and I'm going to pour some of the drizzle over the cake. Make sure you get it all over because you want it to seep into all those holes that you've made, so that lovely lemon flavour goes right through your cake. It has sunk a little, but not as much as I feared. I really don't know what's going on. I've used new flour, I've used new baking powder, but still this issue persists. So I'm just going to spread it over so that I know it's gone into all those holes. Right, pretty well covered. I still have some drizzle left and that is for later. So what I'm going to do now is to take it out of the cake tin so that it can actually cool properly. She says I'm going to. Let me see, where's my palette knife? Do you know what? I am so fed up with organising and reorganising my kitchen drawer. Right, there we go, one palette knife. If I can't get it out, I'll just let it cool fully in the tin. And I think that's what I'm going to have to do. But in about another 10 minutes or so, I'm going to come through and put the rest of the drizzle on. Then I will be able to cut it and show you. Well then, that's the second part of the lemon drizzle on the cake, and I've just slightly removed the paper, and then we're going to cut it, excuse me, and have a slice. So let's see how it cuts. I mean, it's still warm. You can slightly hear the crunch, but once it's cool, that crunch is absolutely amazing. Well, I may have been disappointed that it didn't rise so much. I may have been disappointed that the colour was darker than I'd like. One thing I can tell you I'm not disappointed in is the look of the cake from the inside. So, shall we do a taste test? Goodness me, I don't want the bit that's got loads of sugar, which is pretty much all of it. Okay, so still warm, cake's still warm, it's just yummy anyway. But there is the piece of cake. You can see the drizzle on there. Let's have a taste. Oh my goodness. Yep, forget the looks, it is the taste that counts, and that is absolutely wonderful. So please go to the page for the full recipe. I'm glad you've stuck with me throughout this. Thank you for watching. Don't forget, if you like what I do, subscribe if you like this video. Like it if you really like this video. Please share. Thanks for watching once again. Bye bye.